Have you ever felt like your money disappears faster than you earn it? It's a feeling many of us know all too well. You work hard, but somehow, your paycheck seems to vanish almost as soon as it hits your bank account. You're not alone. Many people struggle to manage their finances. It's a common story and it can feel overwhelming. It's like a leaky faucet that never stops dripping. No matter how much you try to save, it feels like there's always something draining your resources. You know there's a problem, but you're not sure how to fix it. The confusion can be paralyzing, making it hard to take the first step. The first step to getting your finances under control is understanding where your money is going. This means tracking every dollar and cent. This means taking a close look at your income and expenses. Write down everything you spend money on, no matter how small. It's time to face the music and see where you can make changes. Identifying patterns in your spending can help you find areas to cut back. One of the most important concepts in budgeting is the difference between fixed and variable expenses. Fixed expenses are those that stay the same each month, like rent or mortgage payments. Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Variable expenses, on the other hand, can change from month to month, like groceries or entertainment. Once you understand these two types of expenses, you'll be well on your way to creating a budget that works for you. A good budget can help you allocate your money more effectively. Get ready to take control of your money and start building a brighter financial future. With a little effort and planning, you can turn your financial situation around and achieve your goals. Fixed expenses are the costs that stay the same each month. Think of them as the anchors in your budget. They are the essential expenses that you need to plan for, no matter what. Knowing your fixed expenses is like having a roadmap for your money. These expenses are usually paid on a regular schedule, like monthly or quarterly. They are predictable and consistent, which makes them easier to budget for. However, even though they are fixed, it's important to review them periodically to see if you can find ways to save money. Examples of fixed expenses include rent or mortgage payments, insurance premiums, student loan payments. Let's break down some common fixed expenses that you might have. This is usually your biggest expense each month. It covers the cost of having a roof over your head. If you have a car loan, you'll have a fixed monthly payment to make. This includes car insurance, health insurance, renter's insurance, and any other insurance policies you have. If you have student loans, you'll have a fixed monthly payment to make. Remember, these are just a few examples of fixed expenses. Your specific fixed expenses will depend on your own individual circumstances and lifestyle. Section 4. Variable expenses, riding the waves of spending. Unlike fixed expenses, variable expenses are the costs that fluctuate each month. These are the expenses that can change based on your usage or consumption. Think of them as the waves in your budget. They can be unpredictable and sometimes catch you off guard. Variable expenses are often influenced by your lifestyle choices. For example, if you eat out a lot, your food expenses will be higher than someone who cooks at home more often. The good news is that you have more control over your variable expenses. By making conscious choices about your spending, you can significantly impact your overall budget. Examples of variable expenses include groceries, utilities like electricity, gas, and water, transportation such as gas, tolls, and public transportation, entertainment like movies, concerts, and dining out, and clothing. Section 5. Common variable expenses. Where does your money go? Let's take a closer look at some common variable expenses. Groceries. The amount you spend on groceries can vary depending on where you shop, what you buy, and how often you eat out. Utilities. Your utility bills will fluctuate based on your usage. For example, you'll likely use more electricity in the summer months if you have air conditioning. Transportation. This includes the cost of gas, tolls, and public transportation. Your transportation expenses will vary depending on how far you drive, the price of gas, and whether you use public transportation. Entertainment. This category includes expenses like movies, concerts, and dining out. Your entertainment expenses will depend on your lifestyle and how often you go out. Clothing. The amount you spend on clothing can vary depending on your needs, your style, and how often you shop. Section 6. Fixed versus variable. Why it matters for your budget. Understanding the difference between fixed and variable expenses is crucial for creating a realistic and effective budget. Fixed expenses are those that remain constant each month, like rent or mortgage payments, car loans, and insurance premiums. Variable expenses, on the other hand, can fluctuate, such as groceries, entertainment, and utility bills. Here's why. Planning. Knowing your fixed expenses allows you to plan your budget more effectively. By identifying these costs, you can ensure that you always have enough money set aside to cover them, reducing financial stress. You know exactly how much money you need to set aside each month to cover these essential costs. This predictability helps in maintaining financial stability and avoiding late fees or penalties. Control. While you have less control over your fixed expenses, you have more control over your variable expenses. This flexibility allows you to make adjustments based on your financial situation. This means you can adjust your spending in these areas to free up more money in your budget. For instance, you can cut back on dining out, cancel unused subscriptions, or find cheaper alternatives for your regular purchases. Savings. By reducing your variable expenses, you can free up more money to put towards your savings goals, such as an emergency fund, a vacation, or even investing in your future, a down payment on a house or retirement. These savings can provide a financial cushion and help you achieve long-term financial goals. Debt reduction. If you're trying to pay off debt, reducing your variable expenses can give you more money to put towards your debt payments. This can accelerate your debt repayment plan and help you become debt-free sooner, giving you more financial freedom and peace of mind. Section 7. Budgeting Made Simple Tips for Success. Now that you understand the difference between fixed and variable expenses, here are some practical budgeting tips to help you manage your money effectively. Budgeting is a crucial skill that can help you achieve financial stability and peace of mind. By following these tips, you can create a budget that works for you and helps you reach your financial goals. Track your spending. The first step to creating a budget is to track your spending for at least a month. This means keeping a record of every purchase you make, no matter how small. You can use a notebook, a spreadsheet, or a budgeting app to do this. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is going. By categorizing your expenses, you can identify patterns and areas where you might be overspending. This insight is invaluable for making informed decisions about your budget. Create a budget. Once you know where your money is going, you can create a budget that allocates your income to your expenses and savings goals. Start by listing all your sources of income and then subtract your fixed and variable expenses. Make sure to include a category for savings and emergency funds. Reduce your expenses. Look for ways to reduce your variable expenses. This could involve making small changes to your daily habits that add up over time. This could involve eating out less, finding cheaper entertainment options, or cutting back on unnecessary subscriptions. For example, cooking at home can save you a significant amount of money compared to dining out regularly. Negotiate your fixed expenses. While you have less control over your fixed expenses, you can still try to negotiate lower rates. This might include negotiating your rent, utility bills, or insurance premiums. For example, you can call your insurance company and ask about discounts or shop around for a better deal on your car insurance. Many companies offer discounts for things like safe driving, bundling policies, or even being a loyal customer. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account each month. This ensures that you are consistently saving money without having to think about it. This will help you reach your savings goals faster. Automating your savings can also help you avoid the temptation to spend money that you should be saving. Remember, budgeting is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time and effort to develop good financial habits, but the long-term benefits are worth it. It takes time and effort to get your finances in order, but the rewards are well worth it. By sticking to your budget and making adjustments as needed, you can achieve financial stability and peace of mind. By understanding your fixed and variable expenses and following these budgeting tips, you can take control of your money and build a brighter financial future. Remember, the key to successful budgeting is consistency and perseverance. Keep tracking your expenses, adjusting your budget, and working towards your financial goals.